Trump is a corruptor. He is a filthy demon. Trump is like a demon from hell. And that's why I'm just shocked that the Christians support him the way they do. Now, granted, not all Christians. I've tried to make it clear that, well, I think all religion is just bunk, just bullshit, just based on the absolute nonsense. The people who follow the teachings of the rabbi from Nazareth get no argument from me any more than people who follow the teachings of Dr. King or Gandhi get no argument from me. But what these Christian terrorists have done with that religion is just despicable. It's filthy. It's sickening. It's just disgusting. And they have decided to throw in with the most evil, terrible fucker ever to emerge on the political stage, Donald Jesus Trump. And Trump himself Trump always has. He's corrupted every single thing he's ever touched. Every institution, every business proposition, every human being. He's got a family that is totally corrupted. Absolute fucking grifters, everything, single one of them. Everything Trump touches becomes poisonous, rotten. It becomes foul. Now, it includes the goddamn Secret Service. The Secret Service. This is how bad things are. And as Carol Leonig, who is an author as well as a writer for the Washington Post, she and Maria Sacchetti in the Washington Post today has a piece that says Secret Service watchdog knew in February that texts had been purged. Now, what this is about, the watchdog agency, which is the Department of Homeland Security's Office of Inspector General. Inspector General, every agency has an Inspector General who is supposed to keep track of what the particular agency is doing. But this agency, the Office of Inspector General for the Department of Homeland Security, which Trump has also corrupted, but they knew back in February, this is fucking almost August, okay? But they knew in February that the Secret Service had destroyed nearly all cell phone texts from around the time of the January 6th attack on the Capitol. But the Inspector General chose not to let Congress know, which was in total violation of what the Office of Inspector General for the Department of Homeland Security was supposed to do. And that watchdog agency, according to Carol Leonig, that watchdog agency also prepared in October 2021 to issue a public alert that the Secret Service and other department divisions were stonewalling the request for records and texts surrounding the attack on the Capitol. But the Office of Inspector General didn't follow through. Why? The Office of Inspector General was going to release the information in October of 2021 that the Secret Service was violating its oath, its function, its objective. It was sucked into the Trump orbit. A law enforcement agency. This is one of the primary steps when fascism is about to take over a country, is to start corrupting the law enforcement agencies, especially the ones that operate on a national level. If you can corrupt them, if you can get them to follow what you, the traitorous, filthy piece of shit like Donald Trump, is trying to do, half the battle is won. Leonig reports it this way: the previously unreported revelation about the Inspector General's months-long delay in flagging the now-vanished Secret Service texts come from two whistleblowers who have worked with the Inspector General, Joseph Kafari, people with knowledge about the internal discussion said, in recent days, Leone goes on, one former employee approached the Project on Government Oversight, an independent government accountability group, and described the decision from Mr. Kufari's office, he's the Inspector General, not to promptly disclose that Secret Service records had been wiped from agency phones starting in January 2021, right around the time of the attempt to destroy the United States. I added that last part. The group relayed the information to congressional staff who independently corroborated the account with a second whistleblower. The congressional staff and the two whistleblowers shared a concern that Joseph Kufari's office was not alerting congressional investigators to the missing records, and that reduced the chances of recovering critical pieces of evidence related to the January 6th attack. End quote, Carol Leonig and Maria Sacchetti in this morning's Washington Post. What is one of the primary directives or functions of law enforcement when a crime has been committed? To preserve evidence, to make sure that evidence is not disturbed, destroyed, until it can be properly noted. It can be saved. It can be captured because it will be used in criminal proceedings. So the primary evidence of corruption in the Secret Service, that it was working with Trump to perpetuate lies and absolutely go against what is charged to do, the Secret Service, that was destroyed. It was destroyed consciously, preemptively, and with full fucking knowledge that the people doing the destruction were violating the law. They knew it. They knew it. Leone goes on to write this: the purged texts of Secret Service agents, some of whom planned Donald Trump's movements on January 6th, could shed light on what Trump was planning and saying. One investigator for the Project on Government Oversight said, quote, it's a dereliction of duty to keep the public and Congress in the dark for months. Digital forensics experts could have been working to recover those lost texts long ago, end quote. And Leonig also has in her piece, quote, Kufari's office did not directly respond to the allegations about the alert yesterday. His office issued an email saying he disclosed concerns in his semi-annual reports to Congress in September and March that Homeland Security and the Secret Service were delaying his office's investigation into the Capitol attack. The reports, however, do not mention the text messages. Wow. Now, the Independent Government Accountability Group, its name is POGO, that stands for Project on Government Oversight. POGO. That group is calling for President Biden to remove Kufari from his position fucking immediately. This is a Trump mole. This is how far into the corruption of our political system these fascist fucking Christian terrorists and their lead dog, Donald Trump, this is how far they've gone. And I might add, unnecessarily, I'm sure, that for anyone who thinks that this all ended on January 6th with a failed coup attempt, please don't think that. The coup is ongoing. It's continuing this fucking minute. And the next big operation is going to be the corruption of the midterm elections this November. And then the corruption of Trump's Jesus-like reappearance in 2024 to reestablish his sovereignty? Jesus Christ. So yesterday, Chairman Benny Thompson and Vice Chairwoman Liz Cheney of the House Select Committee investigating all this issued a joint statement, even though Benny Thompson is out sick too with COVID. But they issued a joint statement expressing concerns that the Secret Service phone system update. That's the bullshit cover story. Well, we were going to update the phones. We had to put the phones back the way they were when they left the manufacturer. And, gosh, things just got all confused. That's the bullshit cover story. But Cheney and Thompson issued a statement expressing their concern that the Secret Service phone system update led to the erasure of records, which is a violation of federal law. I mean, but every fucking thing that Trump has done has been a violation of federal law since he was elected with a minority of the voters to be president of the United States. And everything this rotten worm has done his entire life has been illegal or cheating or lying or stealing or fucking over anybody he could fuck over. This is Trump's way. And Thompson and Cheney in their statement said, quote, every effort must be made to retrieve the lost data, end quote. Well, I've been told that when you send a text message and then delete it and delete the deletion and delete the deletion that you just deleted, that shit remains someplace. That's the magic of the digital world. And forensic experts will, I would imagine, be able to retrieve this stuff, or at least enough of it to show that the fucking corruption. I'm not saying that the Secret Service, I'm not saying every Secret Service agent is a Trump acolyte. But remember what Trump did in the 4 years he was in the fucking White House, destroying everything, putting his trolls, his worms, his agents in every fucking agency of the U.S. government to corrupt it, to destroy it, to poison it, to break it, to make it non-functioning, except for him. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcast. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.